Hi, I'm Vicky and I'm what Vicki Made on Instagram. I've been sewing, well, I've dabbled sort of all my life really. Started back when my gran used to let me have a little fiddle around with her old vintage Singer sewing machine, and I fell down the rabbit hole of garment making about 4 years ago now when I found out I was expecting my daughter. So I thought I'd start doing a little bit of vlogging. I thought I'd maybe do a monthly catch up, just talk about what I've been buying, what I've been making, any tips and tricks I've picked up along the way, and what my plans are for next month. So yeah, although my plans are always changing, but we'll see how that goes. I'm self-taught, and I've always really enjoyed watching other people's videos, so I thought I'd give a go of my own. So first of all, I thought I'd talk about my Minerva makes that I was sent at the start of the month. I got 3 fabrics this month. This is one of them. It's quite a funky print, maybe a bit funkier than I'd normally pick, I don't know, but I really love it. It's just unusual. I love all the different textures that are picked up in the print, the animals. It's a big print, it's nice and bold. It's a viscose crepe, and I've been wanting to make Wilder gown for a little while now. I really love others people's that use such a bold print, so I decided it was perfect. I went for a contrasting tie just because I thought that would make it stand out a little bit. I had this rusty orange viscose from some makes I did last year. I didn't get on with the fabric very well, if I'm honest. There was a bit too much movement in it, and the things just didn't turn out how I wanted, which was a shame because it's one of my favourite colours, but I had some left over, so I thought I'd make this tie, and it's lovely for little bits. I just found that when I was cutting it out, the fabric kept shifting, and then when it came to sewing up, I had all wobbly lines. So anyway, I really like it with my Wilder gown, and I really love this Wilder gown. It's ridiculously comfy. I'll definitely be making more. I really would like to have a go at a longer sleeve with elastic in. So yeah, I'll pop some photos in the video of this finished. My other 2 fabrics that I got, these have been pre-washed and not ironed, so excuse little wrinkles. This is a cotton poplin. I really love cottons. I love the prints. It's easy to work with. Can't go wrong. I know some people question whether it's good for garments, but I love it. And I seem to see more people making things out of cotton poplin now. I've always used it for my children. Pretty much all their clothes are cotton poplin. But I like this floral print, and it's going to be a Helen's Closet Gilbert top, which I haven't made yet, so it'll be a new pattern for me. And it's similar to a ready-to-wear top I had many years ago. So yeah, that'll be another make for this month's Minerva. And my other fabric is this cotton shirting, and I think I'm going to have a go at the estuary skirt by So Liberated with that. I wasn't sure if it might be a little bit sheer, but it's not. It's really nice and opaque. So another pattern that I haven't made, although I've had that one printed out for quite a while now, so it's probably about time I made one. And I'm really quite into separates at the moment. I used to only make really dresses, but I've really got into separates lately. So I'm sort of building my wardrobe with things that go together. I also did an order from Sew Me Sunshine, and I was slightly influenced by Stitch Odyssey on Instagram because she's been making the Hudson pants, and I've been wanting some joggers for myself for ages. It's been on the list, and she made a pair in this lovely rust sort of speckly fleece backed sweatshirting. So I ordered myself some, so I'm gonna make myself a pair of them. And the other thing I got was just some black jersey. I need leggings. I miss leggings. I don't have any plain black ones. The last pair I had were my maternity leggings, and my youngest is 15 months old now, so I thought it was time to get a new pair. Harriet from Sewing Sunshine is great at getting back to you, because I wasn't sure if this would be opaque enough. So I emailed her and she got straight back to me, so that was really handy, just to make sure it was suitable for leggings. Although I would say I really like her website, because she puts a lot of detail about her fabrics on there, which I find very helpful. It's harder when you're doing it online to know what you're, well, I find it harder to know what I'm buying online. And so I really appreciate when companies put on suggestions for what patterns you could use. It gives a good insight of what the fabric's suitable for. So yeah, so also this month with Minerva fabrics from last month, I've made the Maya Sotis dress by Deer and Doe. I blanked for a minute then. I've actually got it here, so I'll show you. I'm also going to pop some pictures on. Oh, my cat's here and he's just grabbing hold of the dress. Oh, Sheldon. So I got this, I don't know if you can really see the colour that well, but it's a very, very vibrant yellow with little beach huts on, and it's a Lady McElroy cotton lawn. I love their prints because they've always got something a bit eclectic and quirky, and I was very pleased on my pattern matching. I've just got to point that out because that took quite a bit of effort. So it's my first time making the Maya Sotis, and I did run into one little issue with attaching the collar. I sort of had a weird triangle the overlap bit. I think I did it right. It looks right. I just don't know if maybe the neckline could have been drafted better so that the collar would line up, because if I was a bit newer to sewing, I would have been very confused by that. I'll attach a picture anyway so you can see what I'm talking about. But yeah, I really love this dress. I've been wearing it layered, but it'll be really nice when it's, although I love autumn, but it will be nice when it's warm enough that I can wear it with a cardi. And another thing I've made this last month for Minerva is my Ilford jacket. I love the pattern, I love that it's unisex, I love that it can be made with so many fabrics. You know, you can have it as a shirt, a coat, a jacket, like the pocket options. So I was really excited about this pattern, and the first few I've made of it is a coat. It's a black and grey check with stripes of yellow running through it, which I liked because it's sort of, the black and grey will go with lots of things, and then the yellow gives it a pop of colour, because I can't help myself, I have to have a bit of colour, a bit of unusual print. So I really love how it turned out. That's all I've been wearing, well, coat wise. I did not like my ready to wear coat. I sort of picked it up after I had my first daughter because nothing fit me, and I just needed something that fit. So I basically bought the biggest size coat that they had in Asda George, and that's been my coat for the last 3 years. So it's nice to be able to make myself something that I really love. So that's great. And my husband John also loves it and has now asked me to make him one. So that's going to be one of my upcoming projects. Yeah, so talking about things that are upcoming, I've always got too many plans. But the things I'd like to make next are my Hudsons. I've also got a grey sweatshirt, oh no, sorry, it's a grey French terry that I bought from Fabric Corner in Lincoln. That's my local shop, so I'm going to make 2 pairs of them. They really should be my next makes because I just want something comfy and warm to chuck on when I get in from a shift at work, or yeah, so I'll probably make them next. I'm going to do the high rise. I've started changing my pattern pieces. Gosh, I've forgotten. True Bias, yes, True Bias have done a tutorial on their website for making them high rise, so I'm in the process of doing that. I'm also going to be making my first Zadie jumpsuit pretty soon, which I'm excited about. I love the pattern. I've been wanting to buy it for ages. I've sort of been trying to use patterns I've already got. But Lucy, a local friend who's so pretty, so mindful on Instagram and YouTube, she asked if I'd fancy getting together to do a collaboration. So she suggested one pattern two ways. I suggested the Zadie jumpsuit, and there we go. That's the collaboration. So that'll be exciting. She's got quite a different style to me, and you know, with different body shapes and yeah, we're just a bit different. So it'll be nice to see how we both make the same pattern but completely different. So I'm excited about that. That will be my make after my Hudson's. I've got some eye catch from Itokri in India. I've also got a viscose from Fabric Corner. So I'm going to use one of those. I haven't decided which yet, but you can see more details about that on a previous YouTube video that I've posted, where me and Lucy are just talking about our plans, and then we're planning to do a second video once we've made the jumpsuits to talk about how we got on. So yeah, that's been fun. And the one other thing I'm really desperate to get started is a tamarack jacket. I really love quilted jackets, and I really would like one, and I really like quilting actually. I don't do it very often, but when I do, I enjoy it. So I'll be really excited to give that a go. I've been sorting out some fabric scraps because I'm going to do it patchwork, and I want to start with, I think, blue at the bottom, then go to green fabrics, then go to yellow, working my way up. So it's sort of like, I suppose, like an ombre effect, I suppose. I don't know what you'd call it. It's not ombre, but that sort of idea. And I'm going to use some funky fabrics. I'm going to use some fabrics that have been left over from my kids' clothes because I like unusual prints. I love all the prints, and it'll remind me of my kids. So that'll be really nice. It'll be clothes that I've made my kids over the last, well, 3 years for Iris and last year for Ezra. So I thought that would be sort of like a little wearable momentum, yeah, of them. So yeah, so that's nice. So I'll be excited to start that. I've been having a look at getting some batting and I'm going to get some anorak poppers to put on it because I thought that would look cool. Didn't want buttons, don't want to put buttonholes in it, but I don't like things that don't fasten. So I'm going to get some anorak poppers, and yeah, I've got the pattern printed out. I've just printed it, so I'm probably going to start sticking that together. Oh, I'm so bad at procrastination. I definitely always have too many things on the go. I was meant to be having a sewing break and focusing on a bit of knitting, but that hasn't happened. Never mind. I really love knitting as well, so I'll probably talk about that at some point. I've got a lot of projects on the go. But yeah, I sort of go through phases of mad sewing and then mad knitting and then back to sewing. So yeah, I think that's all I've got to talk about today, really. One last thing before I go. My friend, who is George, So Exhausted on Instagram, she's introduced me to these Frisian, Frixion, Frisian pens. I'm obsessed with them. I've been wanting something new to mark up my fabric with for ages. I don't know why she hasn't told me about it sooner. I'm slightly sad about that because apparently she's been using them for ages. So has her twin sister Sam. Anyway, I finally got them. They're amazing. They draw on the fabric like a biro and come off with heat. I love them. They've been great. I used them on my Myosotis to draw out where my fabric would line up so that I could do perfect pattern matching. So yeah, so I'm really obsessed with them. I'm really happy with them. So yeah, that's all from me for today. I'm gonna drink the rest of my tea before it's cold. and I'll catch up with you next month, which it is nearly next month. It's probably going to be February by the time I get this posted, but this will be January's episode. So yeah, it's been nice chatting. Thanks.